Welcome. My name is Scott, and I am going to be your stargazing instructor. This course is designed to be a first, most basic step in learning the stars. So if you are new to astronomy, then this is the perfect course for you to start with. In this video, I'm going to be explaining three things. First, I'll talk a little bit about why I think learning astronomy can be difficult. Then I'll explain what I am going to do to make it easy for you. At the end, I'm going to explain what you will know by the end of this course. So first, let's start off with why I think it can be hard to learn astronomy. The first reason is that there's a lot of stars in the sky. There are several hundred stars under typical viewing conditions can be seen by the naked eye every night, as long as you have a clear sky. The second reason why I think it can be hard is that the stars move across the sky over the course of the year. So many stars that you can see at night in January cannot be seen in July. So not only are there a lot of stars to keep track of, but they're moving. These two things coming together means that there's a lot of things to keep track of in your head. So now I'm going to explain how I'm going to make this easy for you. Yes, there are a lot of stars in the sky. So what we are going to do is we are going to look at the brightest stars and the easiest to see constellations. There are about 24 really bright stars, and those are called first magnitude stars. Of those, you are going to learn about 12 of them. Now, there are also 88 constellations. We're not going to learn all of those. What we're going to do is focus on those constellations that are either incredibly recognizable or have one or more of those bright stars in them. So this means we're going to focus on the things that are the easiest to pick out of the night sky. Now, we also said that the stars move during the year. So what are we going to do about that? Well, we're going to group the stars and the constellations by season. So this course is designed around teaching the stars that you can see in the winter, spring, summer, and fall. And what we are going to do is we're going to group those stars and constellations into a season so that you understand the geography in your head of where those stars are going to appear in the sky. And what I will do is I will use a story to help you remember the details of those constellations so that it'll help you learn them faster. And one of the things that I'm going to do to make it easier for you to recognize and learn the constellations is I'm going to cheat a little bit. Now, if I was to ask you, which of these star charts looks a little bit more like a bull? I think you'd agree that the picture in the middle looks a little bit more like a bull than the one on the left. So what I am going to do is use this set of constellation charts that were produced by a man named H.A. Rey, who wrote a book called The Stars, A New Way to See Them. You might recall that H.A. Rey, he was the guy who created Curious George the Little Monkey. And I'm going to use these constellations simply because it makes them easier to learn. Once you know where these constellations are in the sky, you can then find other books or some websites to show you what the real true constellation is. But right now, if you just want to understand how the basic system works, this is a great place to start. Another thing I want to add is that I got these star stories that I'm going to be teaching you for each season from a book called The Stars, written by Tom Van Dam and David Harriman. Now I'm going to explain how this course is organized. First, we're going to start with the star stories. One set of stories for each of the 4 seasons. I will also have videos on the stars that are inside the constellations. So first we'll start with a story, you'll learn the constellations, and then you'll learn about the stars inside those constellations. Once you have these 4 groups of constellations memorized, or known, then what we'll do is we'll show you how to find the North Star regardless of what season you're in. After that, we'll take a little detour and talk about the sun and the moon. I don't talk for all astronomers, but I really enjoy looking at the moon at night. And what you will learn is how to predict what the moon will look like at different parts of the month. At the end of this course, what we'll do is have a little focus on the zodiac constellations. Some of them will be introduced during the season stories, but what we'll do is we will go through all of them and you'll understand how the zodiac as a group of constellation works and why it's important. Now, at the end of this course, what you will know is you will be able to find at least 12 stars in the night sky, and you'll also be able to identify about 20 constellations. You'll also know how to find the North Star using any of the star system stories. And you'll be able to predict what the moon will look like and when you can see it. And most importantly, at the end of this course, I'm going to show you the foundation that you can use to learn all of the other constellations. So sit back, enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.